Welcome to the cousin of Belshire Beach. Down to the bottom right. Currently teamless. Very smart player. Known as
Genius.
Better watch out for this guy. He'll get you. Seriously. To the top left of our Kespa Zergs. He's got rocks around that hatchery. Gotta be careful, those drones are hurt their toes. He is
STX Soul Fever.
I actually never noticed that about this map before. There's a lot of rocks outside that hatchery. One of many STX jerseys there. You know, there's actually an app that everybody uses in Korea, similar to WhatsApp. I think most viewers probably are more familiar with this app called KakaoTalk. And there is actually an STX Seoul theme for KakaoTalk that you can download. I was browsing themes the other day and I noticed this. So if you use KakaoTalk and you're a huge STX fan, you should probably download that theme. It's free. Support STX. Can't say anything about Genius, currently teamless. Now this patrol hexagon is going to make it very annoying for Hiva actually to make the hatch. Usually the more points that you have in the patrol figure, the harder it is, or the easier it is for the drone to hit you. So that was a little bit surprising. There's the pylon block as well. Again, Hiva with the 6. 6 links, not 4. Will he make 8? That's the question. Pylon is canceled here. I don't like this this 6-link thing that he's doing. His queen is a little bit late for it as well. Maybe he's had a lot of success in practice with catching Protosses who are greedy off guard. But Genius is ready this time. He got him in Tomb Valley a little bit weirdly. Genius was not ready with the probe to fully make that wall. But this time he's ready. Gas in the main. Double gas, of course. The Overlord's going to have to reroute. He's going to take some photon fire here. In fact, he double rallied that. Definitely got to be careful about things like this. You want to make sure your Overlord position is as unknown as possible so you can get the best scout information. Luckily for Hiva, the Overlord will probably regenerate all of its health before it ever has to combat a Sentry or Stalker. There's the Cybernetics core for Genius. His wall-off is being tested, in fact, by that probe right now. Looks like one Zealot will block it off, though. Always a scary thing as a Protoss. It's not entirely apparent where the gap is and how big it is sometimes. That's why wall-offs have to be really well practiced as a Protoss player. With a Terran, when it's being built, it's more like a grid. It's very straightforward. Zerg as well can be a little bit tougher. Part of the Swarm, the footprint of the spine crawler has been changed so that it's a lot easier to wall off. Some of you guys may or may not have known. And yeah, that Zealot definitely blocks. It's hard to see that though until the Zealot actually stands there. And the tech, Robo. Robotics again. Legend having some fun trying to capture everything, gets the hatchery as well. Alright. Overlord comes in here. And Legend accidentally grabbed Hiva's vision there. We'll see. Will we see the robotics? Genius is going to have to be a lot better about his push this time if he really wants to make it work. I'm really worried about my health right now as I'm drinking coffee in one hand, and the other hand I'm drinking hot sakes. Not sure if my body can contain all of this. Our first Immortal is being chrono boosted now. And the Overlord comes in, and this is actually the injured Overlord from earlier, and that actually comes into play. Had this Overlord been at full health, he could have committed and seen the Robo. Now he sees nothing and loses the Overlord. That's why you gotta make sure you rally your Overlords properly. Little things change games. That photon cannon hitting the Overlord made it so he does not see this, he doesn't know, and now he basically has to prepare for it because he's scared, and if he doesn't, he's gonna lose the game over it. But at the same time, if he skimps at all, he's going to lose, and Genius could alter the build. Being in the unknown is the worst position to be in. There's the evolution chamber going down, so you get +1 for his roaches. The first 6 roaches start here. Genius needs to go ASAP this time when he does it. He is going up to 5 gates, getting that 3rd immortal now. He's doing the exact same build, actually adding even an additional gateway this time. Going up to 7. Same +1 timing as well. The Lings are trying to get any information they can. We'll see if Hiva goes for Mutas as a follow-up again this time. The map is pretty huge. It's much bigger than the positions we saw last game. Warp Prism is on the way. Genius should go, I feel, and rally the Warp Prism. Every second he gives Hiva to prepare is going to be good for him. And he better bring a probe this time, especially with the creep spread that Hiva's already put out there. It's going to be pretty tough to use that Warp Prism as only a warp in point. If the Immortals get surrounded again, he's going to lose the game. Genius is not bringing the probe. Drops 2 more cannons, in fact, a 3rd additional cannon. No probe though, and this time many fewer sentries. This wall is actually not solid. Kills the pylon and gets out, but he's buying time, that's all he needs. Genius is in trouble. Those 3 cannons are a lot of resources spent that are going to be well spent, as you can see here. But it buys more time, and this small roach force is insignificant compared to the walking distance and all the economy that Hiva has right now on 55 drones. And the next wave of Lings is going to even slow Genius down further. He's making more and more roaches. He wants +1 burrow and roach speed. That's the trifecta of holding this push. And the extra bonus, of course, is Infestors, but I don't think we're going to see that in this game. Not enough time. Genius is warping in a ton of units right now, but his opponent's army supply is already better than his. Obviously, army supply gets force fielded away when he faces composition. Right now, Genius has made 14 sentries, goes up to 15. He needs to go. You know, you made those cannons for a reason. Say, go, Genius. Just go. The cannons at home are for those Lings. Now, good force fields here, but the Lings come around the back. There's just too much DPS for them, though. And this is looking a lot better for Genius this time. He needs to continue to zone these units out. Again, the Warp Prism very stationary right now. I think GS has a much better chance this time. Roach speed finishes now, but the force fields are insanely good. The Immortals cannot be picked up, though, and one Immortal will be targeted down. The second one is being focused right now. He tries to pick it up, but he misses it. And here is a crucial burrow, but Genius is ready. He continues to push through. He takes the supply lead. Will he take the best of 3? 6 Stalkers being warped in. Overlord actually survives, but it's not too significant. And Guardian shows up. He's in a great spot here. What does Hiva do now? He can't attack into this, not with this many sentries. He can't kill the Warp Prism. Oh, those force shields were disgustingly good. And the hatch falls, as do those Lings. Hiva looks out of luck. Those spine crawlers, just making 5 of them right now, are just to buy time. Genius warps in the additional Stalkers. He walks forward here. He still has 1 Immortal, and it is going strong. His force shields have really been the story of the day here. The spine crawlers are not done, and they may be canceled by the GG here. Hiva looks desperate. He tries to find an opening. The spine crawlers are in a good spot, but it just doesn't matter. Genius hold positions next to the hatcheries. Once the hatches are gone, he can finish the game, finish the job. 1 hatch down, natural hatch to go. The Immortal is targeted, but it's not going to be enough. There it goes, but that's all Hiva's going to get. The roaches scamper away with the chances of Hiva advancing here. Teamless Genius will advance at least to the up and downs. We'll go to the second round of Code A. GG. Genius looking relieved here. A lot of pressure on him to do well. As a teamless player, everything changes. Because even though Hiva loses today, he's got teammates to support him. He's not going to go home alone tonight. But he is going to have to go home with the acceptance that he is now in Code B and will have to re-qualify, barring he does not get a seed next season. Genius has got to be feeling good right now. His builds in game number 1, his build was executed well. He got a little bit lucky. Boom, okay, gets away with it. Game number 2, his execution a little bit off. And even in game number 3, his execution definitely was not perfect, but it was good enough here, and his force fields made up for it. You know, I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't just go for it. When you make 4 cannons and there's a small group, maybe 16 to 20 lings bothering you, you just ignore them because you made the 4 cannons for a reason. Those 4 cannons are going to deal with those lings. You just go, you go a little bit faster. Either way, though, even though his push was delayed, he had enough production. He hit all of his chrono boosts on the gateways. Really, really well done. We're going to have a 5-minute break. More Code A action coming up after this with more Lone Wolf.